Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another Sport This Week video. And in today's video, we got baseball, tennis, football, boxing, UFC, and F1 news. If you are new around here though, and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Like video if you do indeed like video. And let's get straight into it. So, starting off this week, I'm going to start off with the tennis news. And it was the Lava Cup, where quite a few people took part, some in doubles and some in singles. No women that took part, I believe, from what I talk about. And so starting off this week, Zverev and Berrettini lost 2-1 versus Isner and Shapovalov. Tsitsipas won 2-0 versus Kyrgios. Zverev won 2-1 versus Isner. Medvedev won 2-0 versus Shapovalov. Rublev and Tsitsipas won 2-1 versus Isner and Kyrgios. And Rublev and Zverev won 2-1 versus Opella and Shapovalov. There was a few more games. There was meant to be a few more games, but they got cancelled. I'm not really too sure why, but they got cancelled. Moving on. I'm going to go to the football news now, where Napoli won 4-0 versus Udinese. Granada drew 1-1 versus Barcelona, which is just showing Barcelona aren't that great this season. Cooper has joined Forest as their new head coach. Liverpool won 3-0 versus Norwich. Man City won 6-1 versus Wickham. Inter won 3-1 versus Fiorentina. Derby has gone into administration and so have been deducted 9 points and might get deducted a further 12 in the future. But yeah, things that really aren't going well for them, and I don't know what's going to happen with them next season. I mean, they'll most definitely go down, but will they get another point deduction? Nobody really knows yet, but yeah, things aren't looking good. Rodriguez assigned for Al Rayyan. Brentford won 7-0 versus Oldham. Burnley won 4-1 versus Rochdale. Everton drew 2-2 versus QPR but lost 8-7 on pens. Leeds drew 0-0 versus Fulham but lost 6-5 on pens. Won 6-5 on pens. Southampton drew 2-2 versus Sheffield but won 4-2 on pens. Stoke won 3-1 versus Watford. Chelsea drew 1-1 versus Villa but won 4-3 on pens. West Ham won 1-0 versus Man United. Spurs drew 2-2 versus Wolves but won 3-2 on pens. Brighton won 2-0 versus Swansea. Arsenal won 3-0 versus Wimbledon. Villa won 1-0 versus Man United. Man City won 1-0 versus Chelsea. Deportivo Alaves won 1-0 versus Atletico Madrid, which was a bit of a shock really, because I mean they have got a pretty good side, better than I'd say Man United. Liverpool drew 3-3 versus Brentford, not Man United. What am I on about? Barcelona. Mönchengladbach won 1-0 versus Dortmund. Inter drew 2-2 versus Atalanta. Watford drew 1-1 versus Newcastle. Everton won 2-0 versus Norwich. West Ham won 2-1 versus Leeds. Burnley drew 2-2 versus Leicester. Wolves won 1-0 versus Southampton. Arsenal won 3-1 versus Spurs. And Lazio won 3-2 versus Roma. So yeah, that is all the football news now. Moving on, I'm going to go to the baseball news now, which there's not loads, but there's still a decent amount. Yankees won 4-3 versus Rangers. Yankees won 7-1 versus Rangers. Dodgers won 5-4 versus Rockies. Giants won 6-5 versus Padres. Yankees won 7-3 versus Rangers. Dodgers lost 10-5 versus Rockies. Giants won 5-6 versus Padres. Dodgers lost 7-5 versus... 7-5 versus Rockies, but Dodgers lost 10-5 versus Rockies as well before that. Giants lost 7-6 versus Padres. Yankees won 8-3 versus Red Sox. Giants won 7-2 versus Rockies. Dodgers won 4-2 versus Diamondbacks. Yankees won 5-3 versus Red Sox. Giants won 7-2 versus Rockies. Dodgers lost 7-2 versus Diamondbacks. Giants won 6-2 versus Rockies. And Dodgers won 3-0 versus Diamondbacks. And yeah, that is all the baseball news now. Moving on, I'm going to go to the F1 news, where Schumacher and Mazepin have been announced that they're going to stay for Haas next season. Verstappen was to start at the back of the grid at the Russian Grand Prix, which was this week. Norris was on pole. Sainz started second, and Russell started third, and Hamilton started fourth. Bottas also took a grid penalty due to a power unit change, and so started from 17th. And in the end, Hamilton won, which was his 100th win in Formula 1, so congratulations, that's a big milestone. Verstappen came second, and Sainz came third. That is all the F1 news now. Moving on to the UFC news now, where Blades won via decision versus Rosenstruck. Lawler won via KO in round 3 versus Diaz. and Volkanovski won via decision versus Ortega to remain featherweight champion. So congratulations to him. And then the final sport, which is boxing now, where Hatton won via decision versus Martinez. Okoli won via stoppage in the third round versus Prazovic to remain WBO World Cruiserweight Champion. And then the big fight was Usyk won via unanimous decision versus Joshua to become the unified World Heavyweight Champion. So yeah, that is all the news. A very big bit of news there. And Usyk winning, it's the upset. People didn't expect it. People thought Joshua would be a lot better than what he was, and it shows that he's not quite as good as everybody thinks he is. And it'll be interesting to see what goes on for Usyk now, because he's the champion now, so he's probably going to get a lot of people calling for him after the Fury Wilder fight happens. So yeah, that is it though. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and yeah.